Hello everyone, Argsy here from a very cold and very snow-covered Oaks. It's been a while since we've been back here on the farm. In fact, November was the last video we did and we're now well into February. So hopefully this is the last snowstorm we're going to get this winter and we'll be able to progress into some spring work and get into some seeding and things like that. Now we did do some work back in December and we'll put that up in just a little bit while we're loading some bales to take down to Days. We've got 20 bales there ready to go on the back of the trailer. So I'm going to jump in, I'm going to go and get these loaded, and while we're doing that, you can check out what we got up to in December. We didn't spend any time on the farm in January, and probably by the time you finish watching that, we'll be ready to go down and get these delivered to Days. So sit back, relax, enjoy, we'll catch you in just a minute. Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to the Realistic Multiplayer Survey here on the Oaks, and welcome along to winter. It's a rather frosty morning here, second day of winter, as you can tell, looking across the fields. Lots of frosty looking land up in the trees, everything like that. It's looking a little bit white. No snow yet though, which is very fortunate, and it is actually quite a beautiful day other than the cold temperatures. Exciting day for the farm. We don't have too many jobs to do actually at the moment. We're kind of in between things. We've got the fields all finished. It's just sitting there waiting until spring comes around and we can get planted in it. So other than, well, there's really nothing else to do except for sell our canola, which is the main task for today. And we're heading down the road here. We've got a new neighbour in town. I'm going to borrow his trailer. Farmer DK has taken over this plot of land up here on our left. You can just start to see the sheds appearing. And I think just past this hedge on the left, this tree here, he owns this field. Quite a decent sized field actually. It would have been, if I'd had a look at this yard, I would have been quite interested in taking this one on myself. Versus the one we did actually buy, but he's set himself up in here and is nice to have another farmer in and around. I think Dazed has also set up a couple of other plots of land which we might get a couple of other new farmers coming into very soon, which would be very nice, but not an overly complicated yard. Nice big access, nice and easy to get in and out of. Shed over there, a couple of silage bunkers, and I think DK's set himself up pretty much for doing silage and things like that. So I think he's got a trailer in here we can use, but let's go and have a look, see if we can get this door here open, see what else he's got floating around. There we go. And like I said, set himself up with silage, so he has the Class Jaguar there, the direct disc mower on the front, so he can chop the grass straight in there, get that flicked up. He's gone for the Massies as well, seem to be a very popular choice, honestly. For the dollars per kilowatt, dollars per horsepower, they're can't be beat. Can't be beat. Well, you can see a lot of farmers using them. Again, same as us, the subsoiler there. He's got a rock picker and he's actually been down and picked all the rocks up off our field as well, which was nice of him. I think he got over 8,000 litres of rocks there, so with the lime crusher that I think he has, a rock crusher to make some lime from, he's pretty well set up with those, so I think he's done that all for us for free, with the rocks becoming his bonus there for it. Lime spreader, and of course got the big trailer here. Now, I think if I stand next to it, doesn't say how big it is, but I think it takes about 45,000 litres. And we only have 40,000 litres of canola to sell, so that should work out pretty well for us. Let's get backed in there. We'll go and see about getting hooked up to it, and go and get the canola put into the trailer and go and get it sold. It is a very good price, which is why we're here today doing it. We've jumped in, saw there was a good price, so we're going to make the most of that while we can. But back in there, a little bit of lag. There we go. Let's get out, get things hooked up. A little bit far away, but it should. No, we're still not quite far enough. Back just a touch more. There we go. Let's see if that'll work. And it has. See the trigger there already for us. We'll get that hooked up. Get the brakes and all the hydraulics and everything like that connected. And should be good to go to pull out. So let's head on back down to our farm. We will see you down there and get the canola out of our silo. So just while we're driving back down to the yard, you'll notice that we've got $95,000 in the bank account. We were paid by Dazed for the silage bales, $17,000. We sent him an invoice and that has come through. which is good. And obviously, once we've got this canola sold, we should have a whole lot more in the account too, which would be great. But we'll head on down, go and see about getting this put into the silo. I'm a bit curious. I might try backing in this time rather than driving through, because this trailer is a little bit bigger, probably not quite as manoeuvrable as the one we had last time from the Hanson farm. So let's get turned in here and go and see about getting in there under the silo. Alright, I definitely think this is the best idea, backing in under here. I don't imagine we were going to get in and get turned around there and behind. Let's have a look. Scroll through. A bit more than I thought, 54,000 litres. I think I was confusing the quantity we had with the potential value of it. I think we've got about $40,000 worth of value. So 54,000 litres, we'll have to definitely do it in 2 trips. And of course with the trailer weight governing the capacity, we probably, not sure if we'll be able to fill this up or not. No, we can't. 38,000 litres, 85% full is all we can take with this. So let's head on down. Now I'm just going to double check. Nothing's changed from when I logged in just a little bit earlier. I'm pretty sure the nearest sell point is actually the best price, and it is, you just spin around, it's back over there. In fact, just where you can see those 3 silos on the horizon, it's over in that direction. So we'll just take a check on the best price and we'll go and get this sold. So there we go, canola, $740 at Mill Road Grain. If we tag that place, go and have a look on the map, you'll see that's flashing up here, and that is our Mill Road Grain. So couldn't have asked for a much closer sell point for us to get the best price for our canola. So I'm pretty happy we're only having to drive that far and not the whole way over the map. So we'll make our tracks, head on down that way, and go and see what this first trailer load is worth, and then we'll get back for the rest of it as well. But looking forward to getting a bit more money into the coffers. It is we'll be welcome to have that, because we've got a few more plans that we're going to discuss in just a little bit. So here we are at the mill, and it looks like we have the option to drive in and through. Pretty clear why it's called the mill sell point, because it's got the old mill there in front of it. Let's have a look. Let's get turned in there. I thought we might have clipped the gate there for a second, but it felt like just a little bit of lag. Let's just drive in here over the pit, and we should, all going to plan, get a trigger to be able to dump our canola out. Let's have a look. A little bit further probably. There we go. Get that to start overloading. We'll jump out. Go and have a look as our money is racing up. Here we go. Trailer is dumping out. This is a live floor trailer, so it doesn't tip. You see there the pusher pushing everything back, and $28,000 plus, of course, our environmental score bonus of $3,100. So $31,500 off that load. So that is pretty impressive. I'm happy with that. Of course, I hadn't factored in the environmental bonus we would have got, which is good. Right. Let's head on back down to the yard. We'll go and get the last of this canola and get that sold as well. And while we're doing that, just started to talk about some of the other plans we have. We're working on a deal with Sheep to buy some of his cows off him. And we're going to run a little trial just to make sure if we move his animals into our pasture that we take ownership of them, and that any profits or anything goes into it. Never done that before on a multiplayer server. Transfer between farms with animals, so let's make sure that is all going to work before we commit to buying a whole heap. To do that, we are going to be selling some more of our silage, either to Dazed or through one of the local sell points. We'll just figure out if he wants it. We're more than happy to sell it to him, because he has agreed to take it at that maximum price, which is great. Otherwise, we'll be looking just to sell it to one of the local dealers. And with some of the money from that, we'll obviously be buying the cows, but we'll also be looking at buying some hay. We're going to need a feed mixer, so there's a few things we probably need to look at to be able to carry on getting those cows set up and going, and we might even look at taking out a little bit of a loan, because to get the straw planted, get some wheat planted in spring, we are going to have to buy that cedar. So it's a few plans. It all depends on how much money we end up with. So that's kind of where we're heading. Anyhow, just about back at the farm, we'll go and get this last load of canola and go and get that sold. Last 16,000 or so litres here in the trailer. Get this in here as well and see how much we're going to earn off this one. Go and get that trigger back. In fact, I just a touch further forward. It seems to stop there with a little bit of lag, but that emptied out as well. Let's see how far we can go with this. We go 11.7 and another 1.2, so pretty much add those together and we'll end up with $13,000. So about $45,000 there off our canola, which is pretty good. Too bad, I'm not too disappointed with that at all. Of course, any money is good money, but that's some good money. Pretty happy with that. Right, we're going to head on back down. We'll go and get the trailer returned back to Farmer DK's. farm and get that dropped off. Make sure he sends us through an invoice for the use of it, and then we'll see if we can hang around for long enough. Look to see about getting some animals delivered from sheep and test those out. But we might be back on another day this week, this month, should I say, another time during December, and see about doing it then. Just see where things take us. But anyhow, let's go and get this trailer dropped off. Alright, well there's the tractor all returned and disconnected. Back exactly where we found it. So, with that done, let's get ourselves back down to our yard, and we'll go and wait down there, because I think I noticed on the map that sheep might have been driving around in a truck, so we might have cattle turning up in the not too distant future. So we'll head on back down, shut that, leave things how we found them, all that, and we'll go down and wait for him. Well, I think it's a good thing we came back when we did, because I'm pretty sure the car that's right behind us in our rear vision mirror, I'm sure I might have just seen a truck somewhere. There it is, you can just see over there, it's coming through the intersection, a cattle truck. So we'll just get ourselves pulled up, park the tractor just here for now, and we'll go and see what's coming. Here is the man with some cows, look at that all in there. Let's go and see if you can get manoeuvred around in there. Yes you can. Let's go and have a look. I'm not sure even where the trigger here is for the cattle. I'm going to assume it's over by the gate. Let's go and see if that's where it is. Get on over this way. No, we might have to turn the trigger on. Turn the triggers on to see exactly where they are. Here it is, right over here. Over this way, so we'll get sheep to come over to where I'm standing. Right there. You hit it. Look, see if we can get those unloaded and put into there. Or if I need to do it, let's see if I'm going to hop up in the truck and find access to the trigger. Here we go. So he's got 30 up in there. 31 months old. Health is 100% and reproduction is 90. I'm not sure how many we want, but let's just move one into there. Do you want to move one from there? Don't have permission to trade animals. Well, truck's heading out and we don't have any cows. We can't seem to figure out how to transfer them from one pen to the other. We can get the trigger to come up. We had Dazed here helping with his admin rights and everything like that. I can access the trigger, we can hop in the truck, but it tells me I don't have trading privileges for animals, which I do. I have all the permissions I need. So again, not too sure exactly what is going on with that. We might have to do a little bit more research into it and figure out if there is a way. Otherwise, I guess we'll just be stuck with buying our own cattle and working with them ourselves rather than getting the benefit of the slightly older animals that sheep's been raising and getting that instant production and benefit from them. So some things to consider, which basically brings me to a point where there's nothing much left to do at this stage of the month. So I'm not sure whether this will be goodbye for December or whether I will be back in maybe selling some silage, getting some more to Dazed, and maybe looking at sorting out these animals. We will see. We're still very early in the month, so a few more days to go under the bridge yet before we need to make any rash decisions. So we'll sign off for now, and we might catch you a little bit later. There we are, we're all loaded up on the trailer and things are strapped on perfectly, and you've just seen what we got up to in November. So unfortunately the animals didn't work out, which is a bit of a shame. We obviously did manage to get our canola sold though, which was a nice welcome bit of income. We're all ready to go. Let's jump in here, get on down to Dazed's BGA. I'm going to get these all offloaded. Another 100,000 litres for them, so that'll be another 17 grand for us, which is nice. Just saying, the roads are going to have a lot of snow on them, so we're going to have to navigate our way pretty carefully. Back, if we get out there, we better put our beacons and hazards on there. It would be nice if we were able to snowplow them, but unfortunately can't. But it would have been a cool little adventure to get out and get some of the snow moved and out of the way, but not to be. Anyhow, let's head on down this way. We'll make our way down to Dazed's yard and we'll get these offloaded. Sold. around here as well. Looks like he might have pushed some up and out of the way. There's a few piles around here. There is. We're going to get in. There's a little bit more space. He's got his truck put away too, so don't have to worry about getting in and around those. He's in there somewhere, you can see. So I think pull up here, probably about as good a place as any. Here he is. He's got his wheel loader. Get everything unstrapped, and he can get here and get unloaded. Alright, well there we go, all done, all unloaded and happy looking dazed. Another 100,000 litres for him to feed into his BGA and get some more digestate out of there. We'll have to make use of his services at some stage to get some slurry or whatever spread on some of our fields, but we don't need it just at the moment. We're all under control. We'll send him through an invoice and get that sorted out, and we'll be good to go. But anyhow, we're going to jump back up in the tractor, head on back to the yard, get everything packed up and put away. And next time you see me, it's probably going to be March, I'm hoping, and we're hopefully going to be getting into planting some crops. Get rid of all the snow, get out of winter, and get back into some sort of routine here. So I'm looking forward to it. Good to get back and get things up and running properly. So hope you've enjoyed that episode. As always, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.